Imagine this. You open your kitchen cabinet, grab a bottle of oil, pour it into the pan, just like you've done for years. You've been cooking with it for decades. Morning eggs, sautéed veggies, maybe even homemade baked goods. And all this time, you believed you were choosing the healthy option. Light, plant-based, cholesterol-free. But what you thought was healthy might actually be silently destroying your memory. It sounds too simple to be true. But the truth is, refined vegetable oils high in omega-6 fatty acids, like sunflower, corn, soybean, safflower, and cottonseed oil, can quietly and painlessly erode the structure of your brain. Yes, your brain, not your liver, not your stomach, your memory, your personality, your sense of self. There's no sharp pain, no burning, no seizures. Instead, it starts like this. You forget where you left your glasses, why you walked into the kitchen, the name of the woman you've lived with for 40 years. It all seems normal, just tiredness, just aging. But it's not age. It's inflammation, triggered inside your brain by these oils. For decades, scientists have warned, an imbalance between omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids is one of the major drivers of inflammation in the body. And the brain is an organ made of fat, fed by fat, dependent on fat. And when you feed it the wrong kind of fuel every day, it's like throwing gasoline on a fire, then wondering why it's getting hotter. Inflamed neurons can't send signals properly. Connections between brain cells weaken. This isn't just a bad mood or forgetfulness. It's the start of a neurological decline that can lead to Alzheimer's, vascular dementia, or complete cognitive breakdown. Ruth's story is not fiction. It's a warning. She was 74, lived alone, cooked at home like she always had. Every day, sunflower oil. It was cheaper, available, and she thought it was harmless. 5 years later, the first symptoms. She began repeating herself, forgot simple things. Then, couldn't remember where she lived. Her son moved her into a nursing home. Every day she'd ask the nurse, "When is my son coming to visit?" Even if he had just left. And the scariest part? She knew something was wrong, but couldn't stop it, because it was already too late. Her brain was no longer hers. What can you do right now? Get rid of sunflower, corn, safflower, cottonseed, and soybean oils. They're not just unhealthy, they're attacking your nervous system from within. Switch to cold-pressed olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, and ghee, clarified butter. These fats are not only safe, they actively support brain health. Read ingredient labels. Even cookies, bread, and store-bought sauces often contain vegetable oils. That's a disguise. Don't fall for it. You might think, well, I'm already 60 or 70, why bother changing now? The answer is simple. That's exactly why you should change. Because there's no more time for mistakes. Because this may be your last chance to preserve your true self for at least another 10 years. And if you think that's all, you're mistaken. It gets worse. Have you noticed how many elderly people get lost in their own homes, don't recognize their neighbors, can't remember the name of the nurse who's been visiting them for 3 months? It's not always a disease. More often, it's the result of decades of blind trust in marketing. Since the late 80s, you've seen the ads. Healthy margarine with no cholesterol. No fat cooking spray. Light snacks with zero guilt. It was a lie, and it cost people their clarity of mind. All those products, margarines, spreads, cooking blends, cooking sprays, contain trans fats. These substances change the very membranes of neurons, making them stiff and rigid, disrupting brain function at the most fundamental level. Synapses, the structures that allow for thinking, memory, and attention, literally fall apart. Even if the label says 0G trans fats, you're not safe. Under U.S. law, if a serving contains less than 0.49 grams, manufacturers can legally write 0G. How many servings do you eat in a day? You might have been eating those products daily for years, believing you were doing the right thing, but instead, you were slowly and quietly shutting down your brain. Not suddenly, but irreversibly. Need an example? George, 71, a professor. Loved puzzles and brain games, read 3 books a month. Switched from butter to healthy margarine, started using cooking sprays, bought snacks labeled low cholesterol. Within 5 years, confusion, irritability, early lapses. Within 7, he no longer recognized his wife. Within 8, he couldn't recognize himself in the mirror. What should you absolutely avoid? Don't use margarine or spreads, not even the organic or low-fat ones. They remain toxic to your brain. Avoid products labeled cholesterol-free. It's a red flag. These often contain trans fats, artificial replacements, and chemical stabilizers. Don't cook with oil sprays. It's the same harm, just in a convenient package. These habits are not harmless. They're a daily assault on your thinking, your speech, yourself. Remember, every bite is a choice. Today, you're either nourishing your brain or shortening its lifespan, and at some point, you'll no longer be able to choose, because the part of your brain responsible for willpower will be destroyed. But even if you've cleared out your kitchen, the threat isn't gone. The next danger hides in the last place you'd expect, in a bottle labeled extra virgin. You may think you've eliminated all the risks. No more sunflower oil, margarine, gone, sprays, history. Now, there's a sleek bottle on your shelf labeled extra virgin olive oil. You're confident you're on the side of health, but the truth is, you may have simply swapped one poison for another, only this one is more expensive and better disguised. Studies show up to 80% of extra virgin olive oil on the U.S. market is either fake or diluted. These bottles are the result of industrial fraud. Manufacturers often mix in cheap oils like canola, corn, or soybean to cut costs. But you don't notice the switch. The flavor is slightly altered, but subtle, because you trust the label. But neurons don't trust marketing. Your brain instantly detects. It's those same omega-6 heavy oils triggering inflammation. It's lipid metabolism disruption, again. Oxidative stress, again. Invisible but deadly. You eat your salad thinking you're helping yourself. But what you're really doing is dealing pinpoint blows to your brain. Every day. Deeper. Quieter. Closer to the point of no return. There's no sharp pain. But you start noticing trouble focusing. More irritability. Words slip away. This isn't aging. It's the cumulative effect of fake health. Your plate may be the reason that one day you won't remember how to get home, how to protect yourself. 1. Buy only certified oils. Look for labels like COOC, California Olive Oil Council, DOP, PDO, PGI, European Authenticity Standards. No certification equals no trust. 2. Choose dark bottles. Light breaks down fats. Clear glass is a sign of poor quality. Even the best oil can go rancid and turn toxic if stored improperly. 3. Store in a cool place. Don't use for frying. Even top-quality oil loses antioxidants and releases harmful aldehydes when heated. Use it only in cold dishes in its raw form. 4. Taste it. Real olive oil has a mild bitterness and peppery finish. If it tastes flat and bland, it's likely a blend. You must understand one thing. Not everything green is healthy. Not everything organic is safe. Even an expensive bottle can become a daily weapon against your brain. Ignore this, and the consequences won't come next week. But they will come. Constant fatigue, brain fog, forgetfulness, depressive moods, mental confusion, and the worst part? By the time you realize what's happening, it may be too late to reverse it. And the next threat, it's on an entirely different level. Because it's not in your food, not in the bottle, not in the frying pan. It's inside you, and it's already been activated. You can do everything right. Throw out the margarine, quit the refined oils, switch to certified olive oil, but that's not victory yet, because the damage may already be inside you. The body is a system with memory. It remembers every mistake, especially the one repeated for decades. If you've been consuming harmful oils for 20, 30, or even 40 years, your body has already built up a dangerous load of inflammation. These oils become part of your cells, accumulate in your liver, settle in your blood vessels, and, most dangerously, saturate your brain tissue. Even if you changed everything yesterday, the processes can continue by inertia. Slowly, silently, relentlessly. If you already feel brain fog, trouble focusing, short-term memory slips, irritability, fatigue, even after rest, this isn't just getting older. It's neurological overload. It's your brain signaling that it's starting to give up. The scariest part? You can live like this for years, losing yourself piece by piece. No pain, no diagnosis, no way to recover, unless you act now. What you must do, urgently, consistently, every day. 1. Omega-3 fatty acids, DHA, EPA. Your brain is made of fat. It needs the right kind to rebuild. Minimum 1,000–2,000 milligrams daily of purified fish oil. Look for molecularly distilled on the label. Best absorbed in triglyceride, TG form, not ethyl esters. 2. Eliminate sugar and processed foods completely. Sugar is an inflammation catalyst. Even just a little sweet triggers insulin spikes, inflammatory cytokines, cellular damage. Read labels. Hidden sugars are in sauces, yogurts, breads. 3. Daily physical activity. Not sports. Movement, walks outside, light stretching, swimming, or just 10 minutes of morning exercises. This stimulates neurogenesis, the creation of new connections between neurons. It's how you reteach your brain to work. Yes, you can change course, even now, even if signs of cognitive decline are already present. But there's no time left to hesitate. Because if you wait, a year from now, you might forget your card's PIN code, 2 years. You'll forget your neighbor's name, 3. You'll ask your son what his name is. Here's the truth. No one is coming to save you. Not the commercials, not the pills, not the doctor at the last minute. This is your choice, and it starts not tomorrow, but today, right now. Make it, or lose yourself.